Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 9th episode of Victims of Adventure, where a small group of theater-loving, D&D-enjoying hobbyist podcasters explores a world of adventure and friendship. We pick up our story in the underground city, housing the Secret Order of Loomers. About this time, approaching you, you see a taller blue female tiefling who walks up to you with beautiful lavender robes and seems to be eyeing you with familiarity, but trying to approach you cautiously and carefully. And excuse me, Malik and Jillian, do you have a moment?
Sure. Come join us.
Alec is kind of like deer in headlights kind of situation. She's really pretty.
She sits next to you, Jillian, and kind of looks at you, and I was told that you wouldn't remember anything, but I wasn't prepared. My name is Jessica. Jessica.
Hi, Jessica.
Hi. Malik, you and I and several others were some of the newer recruits here, and we are used to training together. Jillian, I suppose that you would perhaps like to join us?
For training?
Yes, it will be an opportunity for you to interact with some of your former fellow acolytes, Malik, and hopefully for you, Jillian, you'll be able to start remembering a few things.
Sure. I was thinking I wanted to remember the best things I can do with my staff.
Well, this training we use doesn't involve magic.
Oh. Go on.
David's really trying to beef us up because we...
What? Magic users in the party? It's fine. Well, I was sent to gather Digby as well as one of the new acolytes. He needs to train anyway. Have either of you seen him this morning?
No, he must be in his room still.
All right. I will make my way there. If you all can make your way to the first level, do you remember where the obstacle course is?
We'll find it.
All right. I'm afraid this isn't fair for us to do the obstacle course against each other, since I've done it a few hundred times. Do you think you'll remember any of it, or?
I've heard that muscle memory is pretty good. We'll see how it goes. Right, Malik?
Yeah.
I'm gonna slap you on the back, but I can't really reach, so it's really awkward, lower, kind of mid back, just ha.
Okay, so Jillian accidentally slaps my butt.
Excellent.
I'm used to being short, so I know how to not hit people's butts.
Jessica kind of just gives a
maybe you aim
smile and heads off towards Digby's room.
And we're gonna go find that obstacle course.
Okay, you remember through your kind of your scattered memories of this place that the training grounds seem to be on the first level.
We're on the second level, right?
You are currently on the third level.
Oh, so question, do the levels, is it the first level from the ground, where it go kind of -1, -2, -3, or is it 3, 2, 1?
It is -1, -2, -3.
So we need to go up.
You do need to go up.
Let's go up.
Wonderful. You make your way up there. During that time, Digby, just about after you have come out of your brother's art studio, there's a knock on your door.
Come in.
And the door opens, and there is a beautiful blue tiefling. Digby, my name's Jessica. I was asked to come collect you and your two friends for training up in the training level. Would that be okay?
Oh, of course. Was breakfast already served, or is it still? Can I grab something?
You can eat whenever you want. It's kind of a free-for-all with all these crazy people.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, yes, of course. Let's go.
Don't eat too much, though. You're going to be doing a lot of running.
Ah, okay. I'll make sure not to. Sorry. What was your name?
My name's Jessica.
Jessica. All right then.
I'll see you soon. I'll come up to the first level and look for the obstacle course.
Thank you.
Okay. You make your way towards the dining area. There is the gnome, frizzled gray hair, sees you coming. I have a special plate just of vegetables and breads for you, Digby, if you're ready.
Thank you. Yes, what kind of vegetables?
The kinds you like? I'm not stupid, dear.
Wonderful. Thank you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to imply that.
It's quite all right. You've been through a lot.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll go for that plate of vegetables.
Great. And you just take the whole plate?
What's on it?
Oh, okay, so help me out here. What vegetables would Digby like? Because Libby would know this.
Cucumbers.
Okay.
What do you like? Cucumbers? Probably a carrot, because why not?
Okay.
Gotta throw that in there. Gotta get that eyesight. And we'll do 3. Cucumber, carrot, and a beet? I don't know.
That is the grossest breakfast combination.
Okay, these are actually really good.
But not for
How
breakfast.
about some lettuce? Was lettuce a vegetable? Yeah.
Yes. Are
Can
you a real vegetarian or are you just pretending?
I'll do a lettuce, cucumber, and a carrot.
Okay, so you have made yourself a salad. And
No, that's those separately. I eat them separately.
And what Libby, who you did not ask her name, but what Libby described as bread is actually more like a cinnamon roll. It's warm, beautiful, well-baked breakfast item.
I go for that first.
Okay.
And I down that.
On your way up, or do you take time to eat first?
On my way up, I think I want to go see what's going on.
Okay. As you all individually, more or less, make your way upstairs, you pass through the second level, which is the library and research level. As you continue your way up, you make your way to the training room. There is the north staircase that you guys have been primarily using. There are 4 staircases, one in each corner. The north and the west staircase actually lead to the surface, and the east and south just exist starting at level 1 and going down to level 5. So those do not lead to the surface. On the northeast corner is the obstacle course, and it is a large, extravagant, multi-layered obstacle course. On the northwest wall is an open training area with mats where you get the sense that any sort of physical fighting, any sort of spell fighting exists within this space. On the southwest side is a large, you caught a glimpse of it as you came in, it is a large recreated city block where missions as far as stealth and as far as working together to plan for covert operations can exist in this space. And then on the southeast side is the shooting range, Malik, that you spent some time with Percy there. And in the very center of all this is a multi-step platform that leads to a large dais in the center that has tables and benches and a place for anybody who's training or who's not training at the moment to observe and to rest and to recuperate there. Just a gathering space. As you all make your way to the obstacle course, there are 6 individuals waiting for you, and they present many various appearances. There are 4 humans, a tiefling, and a halfling, in very multi-layered and having their own individual personalities. There seems to be fighters. You get a closer look at the tiefling that is there as well. Seems to be in the garb of a spellcaster. There is obviously one of the males is a monk that seems to hold themselves very poised, and a couple fighters in the mix. And they all seem to be very capable and eyeing you with a brief flash of pity, which quickly overcomes with friendliness as they try to put on their best faces for these people that they know and you currently don't.
David, I have a
Yes.
question. This can be edited out later. I was just wondering how you feel about when we do start like leveling up. I realize we haven't done that yet, but when we do start doing that, how
once.
we have? Oh yeah,
we're level 2
That,
now.
like very first episode, you jumped to level 2 because it's not very exciting for you guys to be level 1.
I was just wondering how you felt about like multi-classing and stuff like that.
As long as you help me by doing some research on your own and like we work through that together, I'm down.
Okay.
Yeah, we just obviously have to come up for a plan for it in story.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking.
I think that's great, especially since probably at some point it's just going to be the 3 of you and y'all pretty squishy.
Yeah, I was just thinking about like if I wanted to like train to be better with the sword or something like that.
Entirely up to you, and we can just
no.
All right. On that note, as you step forward, Jessica, who seems to kind of, even though she's very soft-spoken, seems to be the leader of this group. I imagine you're a little confused as to what's going on. Quick introductions, which you do not need to remember, but maybe one day will. Mirig over there is a human fighter, quite good at it. Grug is the other human that's way too fancily dressed for obstacle course, and he sings a lot. We don't know why. Grug, G-R-U-G.
Wait, hold on.
Is he a bard?
Down.
He is a bard, yes. You may want to write this down because these are a lot of people.
I love him.
Know.
He's my new favorite.
In case you didn't believe me, I came up with, I used a fantasy name generator and combined them to come up with 114 different phone numbers.
And this is what you've been staying up until 3 a.m. working on.
Yes.
What was the name of the first guy?
Murig.
Merrick?
M-E-U-R-I-G.
Rug? Wait. M-E-U.
R-I-G. Murig.
Merrick, and then he's a fighter.
Human fighter. Grug is a human bard. Jessica, who has introduced herself to you, is a tiefling wizard. And then she continues down the line.
Wait.
She pauses.
I pull out Ulok's journal. And
Okay.
I'm writing down the names.
Okay, that's good. The short halfling over there is Pamphila.
Pamphila, would you spell your name, please?
Yes, P-A-M-P-H-I-L-A.
Thank you.
Of course. The really weird-looking human monk over there with a lot of dirt on his face is Ceridwen.
Is that Sir Edwin?
Ceridwen, C-E-R.
Oh, I see.
Ceridwen. He does really creepy things and studies death or whatever while punching things. I don't know. It's some sort of monk thing.
I'm gonna lean over to my two friends and go, necromancy! And I'm gonna like really obviously wink.
I see you whispering about me to your friends. Yes, no, I do not do necromancy. However, my monkish studies allow me to study Mortal Kombat while studying the processes of death. It is part of my nature.
Okay, I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sorry, Sarah Dwin. Continue, Jessica.
No, wait, sorry. You're saying you can't do anything with it. You just choose to study death?
Well, I imagine when I get a higher level that I will do something with it.
Good for you.
I'm gonna kind of elbow you and be like, "Hey, be nice."
We are actually side characters in his store. Sarah.
Jessica points to the last human who just kind of folded arms. And this, nope, that's Ceridwen. And this is Siami. And that's proven to be a good scout on a couple missions. Likes to hang out in the forest and shoot things with a bow and arrow. And he just kind of waves.
Would you mind spelling your name?
Yes, it's I-A-M-I.
Iami?
Siami.
Salami.
Salami.
That is not the first time that I have heard that.
It's Russian too.
All right. Jessica kind of looks at you all with that playful smile starting to return. Well, welcome to the obstacle course. Maybe, so we typically do this in groups of 3. There are 3 sets, and it's quite fun because the people who are going through compete against each other, and while others are observing, they can also, well, participate a little bit. There is a particular moment for that to be allowed. Do you want some of us to go through it first so you can remember how it's done?
Sure.
Yes.
All right. Well, Pamphila, Ceridwen, and Siami, why don't you 3 go first and see and show them how to do it? They'll kind of nod and take their places. And this is a long, couple 100-yard long obstacle course. And as they begin to run through it, you see what happens. First, there are the pit itself for the first section of this obstacle course is made of soft sand, and you get the idea looking at some of these obstacles that it is designed so that if you get knocked off, you land, so it mostly cushions your landing. And beyond that, there's actually a large tank of water at one point in this obstacle course, and then another stretch of sand with a pedestal. And Jessica explains to you, so the whole goal of this obstacle course is to get through faster than any of your competitors and touch the button at the end. And then our different smart people of the order have managed to install fun fireworks that come out if you are the first one to touch the button. It's very extra.
D&D Wipeout.
The tricky part is that the first couple of spaces especially are a little tricky as far as balance and as far as athletics. So if you fall, you are out. And then also at one point, there's that special obstacle, and she points towards almost a plus sign that's quite large, a wooden platform that looks like a plus sign, and there's a pillar underneath that looks kind of intricate. And there to the side of that are 3 cannons with a bunch of soft but hard cannonballs stacked next to it. And Jessica, with that playful smile, kind of looks at you and says, those cannons are for when that particular platform starts to move and the obstacle course individuals have to jump onto the platform and make their way across while it's moving. We, the participators, get to fire these cannons at them each once to try and knock them off. It's quite entertaining. Would you like us to fire the cannons first, or would you like to give it a shot?
Malik is turning green, and he's noticeably paler.
Okay, that is contradictory, but I will allow it.
Okay, you know what I mean, baby. Green and very pale.
So we can either do the course or shoot people on the course?
Or you are welcome to just watch this first time, and...
I will watch.
Okay, 3 people run through the course at a time, and then 3 people operate the 3 cannons. So 3 people, such as yourselves, can just watch if you wish.
I'll try the course.
Oh, just
Yeah, Digby.
jump in. Pamphila, do you mind if Digby tries it out first? And Pamphila gladly. It doesn't really seem like her thing. She's okay with just letting you do it. So,
Very good.
allow me to pull up my notes on this because there's a lot.
Really cool, or you're going to die. There will be no in between.
Pardon me as I pull up the 6 different NPCs I have. So essentially, for game-playing purposes, Emma, the way this is going to work is there is a list of obstacles that I will describe as we go, and you have to make various checks in order to accomplish them. Based on how your opponent's roll will determine how you're doing, and if you fail a check at certain points, you will either be in danger of being knocked off or just fall off the course. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Taking your place at the starting point, there are thin beams, almost gymnast beams, but quite long, about 20 feet long. And Jessica gets ready and waves her hand and counts 3, 2, 1, go. And you all take off. To begin, you are running across these beams. I need you and Saradwin and Siami are all going to make either athletics checks or acrobatics checks.
All right. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. Ooh, okay. The first part of this obstacle course. You run your way across this balance beam, trying to impress your old but new friends, easily coming to the next stage. The human ranger that was kind of just standing quietly manages not quite as gracefully as you, but still capably to make it across this beam. Saradwin, laughing with the confidence that seems a little forced, makes his way about halfway across the beam, slips, and falls, and lands with many accompanying laughter sounds around from his friends. The next portion of this, high above you, about 6 feet above you, is a rope that has been strung across at a high space, and you have to climb up a ladder to reach it. Both you, who have gotten there first, and Siami are going to make acrobatics checks. 14, okay. This time, you slow down a little bit as you climb up the ladder and pull yourself across 20 feet of rope, hand over hand. Siami manages to catch you up a little bit. This is his territory, and he's feeling a little bit more confident. You are neck and neck as you come to the end of this and land on a platform, and you find yourselves in front of the plus symbols, which, with Jessica pressing a button over by the cannons, begin to turn. And you realize that you now have to jump on to the moving platform, have it carry you across to the other side where a pool of water waits you. Looking over to your right, you notice Malik and Jillian, you are just watching, correct?
Yeah.
You notice Merig, Grug, and Jessica, all readying to fire the cannons at the two of you as you begin to cross. To begin, I would like you to make a dexterity check, Emma.
Okay. 16.
You manage to jump on, and you surprise yourself with how effortless it is. You land on the moving platform and begin to turn around. You look over to your right, expecting to see Sayami close on the platform next to you, and he has mistimed his jump, seeing how his old friend, are doing, and he actually slips, overcompensates, and falls onto the sand. You are the last person standing on the obstacle course, but you still have some distance to go. At this time, you hear some more laughter and then a dull sound as one of the cannons that Jessica is holding fires at you. How does a 10 look on your armor class?
Nope.
This soft foam, well, not soft, this not lethal cannonball fires from this cannon as Jessica pulls a cord and it launches out on a spring. And you just manage to dodge out of the way as this platform moves. The Merrig is now going to take his attack at you. A 16 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now you need to make a strength saving throw to see if you can resist being shoved off of this platform. 12. This cannon hits you in the leg, and you hold on for a second with one leg, but the momentum catches up to you, and you fall into the sand.
Gosh.
And everybody laughs and applauds your efforts, and Sayami Stimson said, that was quite good for a person who has lost their memory.
Thank you. You too. But, I mean, you haven't really lost your memory, but good job. I extend my hand.
Thank you. And he reaches out and shakes its firm, rough grip. And Jessica turns to the other two. Any more takers? All right. Jillian, and who wants to go with her? Malik, are you up?
Sure.
All right. And Merrick, why don't you give it a shot this time? And he just nods.
I want Greg to go with it.
And the three of you line up at your starting positions. Jessica raises her hand yet again. 3, 2, 1, go. And I would like all of you to make a athletics or acrobatics check.
Ooh. It's gonna be a 7 from me.
Okay.
That's a 23 for me.
23. All right. And Merrig has to make one. All right. Ooh, okay. Merrig effortlessly at about the same pace as Malik, who both dart across this beam very quickly. Jillian, unfortunately, all enthusiasm, you start to run across this beam and miscalculate, getting distracted by these new surroundings, and you just fall on your rear into the sand.
I'm just gonna sit and laugh and then cheer on my friends.
Okay, everybody, there is a lot of laughing at each other, but it's the kind of laughing it's a beautiful thing. That's not the mean kind. So it's very nice to be laughed at in this scenario.
I have fun.
Indeed.
Shut up, tear.
Next, Malik, you climb the ladder that you saw Digby climb, and you and Merrick both make acrobatics checks.
16.
The larger fighter that you've been introduced to makes his way and makes it most of the way across the rope, but the very end, his rough, calloused hands get a little sweaty, and he slips and falls into the sand as you land onto the platform. Next in front of you is the moving platform. Make a dexterity check. 12. It's not pretty, but you barely manage to jump onto this platform, and you shake for a moment, but you balance, and At this point, Jessica has waved you, Jillian, and you, Digby, over and says, would you like to fire the cannons?
Heck yeah.
Yes.
So please
Very-
make an attack roll, adding your dexterity.
10.
10?
A 6.
A 6. Unused to these weapons, you've used them many times before. You realize as you pull the string to activate the spring. That's a fun sentence. But both go wide of Malik as the platform continues to spin around. Jessica also takes a shot. Natural 20.
Oh God.
Almost effortlessly, she smiles her playful smile, pulls the string, the cannonball releases, flies across, hit Malik in the face. Malik, at disadvantage because of the natural 20, make a strength saving throw.
Do I have to count that? It hit the spring.
Yes.
Okay, that's a nat 1, everyone.
And that one. You, in what is a cool display for everyone else watching, but is one of the more embarrassing moments of your life, as a cannonball hits you in the face, you do a backflip, but not intentionally, and land on your back into the sand, and everybody applauds. Well, that was the obstacle course. There was a whole thing of swimming through this pool we have and running then to hit the button, but
No
well.
one made it.
We'll get there eventually.
Can we do it again right now?
Yes, of course. We typically...
Or is there something else you want to show us?
We can show you whatever. We typically spend in the evening, especially the new recruits, spend a couple hours training, and then we have the rest of the day to pursue our individual studies or missions. We can certainly do this again if the three of you want to go together.
Yes. I would love to go again.
You're on, Digby.
Malik wilts visibly, and then it's yeah.
Thank you so much for listening to the 9th episode of Victims of Adventure. Our next episode going up next Monday. Feel free to tell your friends about the podcast. We have our website, victimsofadventure.wordpress.com. We also have our Instagram page at Victims of Adventure. Have a wonderful week enjoying your own adventure. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you all soon.